The Happy Prince. Oscar Wilde often resorts to comparisons to describe things. Give a missing member of the pairs of compared objects given below. Lion size, prince size. The king of the mountain of the moon, the great king. Lips, farewell. Ruby, a red rose. The king's hands, wavered lips. The harbor, the sea. Reproduce Oscar Wilde's verse Veroticus. This mighty empire, half but feet of clay, of all its ancient chivalry and might, our little island is forsaken quite. Some enemy have stolen its crown of bay, and from its hills that voice have passed away, which spake of freedom. Oh, come out of it, come out of it, my soul, thou art not fit for this vile traffic house, where day by day wisdom and reverence are sold at mart, and the rude people rage with ignorant cries against an heritage of centuries. It mars my calm, wherefore in dreams of art and loftiest culture I would stand apart, neither for God nor for his enemies. Sum up the ideas of the verse, try to formulate Oscar Wilde's views on life and art and the relations between them. He writes that the men with wisdom and brains sell it to a bidder, and the rude ones are ignorant of a world that houses the culture many centuries old. He wants to be free of the shackles that bind the minds of the others, and he wishes to set his soul free. Gradation. Gradation is a figure of speech in which a number of ideas or episodes are so arranged that each succeeding one rises above its predecessor in impressiveness or force. Show how the device is working in the tale under discussion. In the tale by Oscar Wilde, the swallow firstly take only a ruby from parts of the body of the prince to help someone personally or individually, but then to help all city he literally takes all things that prince was clothed. Lives to help all depending of need at once. Simile is a stylistic device in which one thing is compared to another. Find examples of similes in the tale and try to draw a conclusion. How do these similes depend on the author's interpretation of life and art? In this tale, similes help us to feel much more characters of heroes and purposes of them, and compare real people to imaginary heroes, and understand the current problems of society we need to fix to improve our society and be better. Oscar Wilde's style is rather decorative. It is one of the reasons why it is so rich in similes and epithets. I reproduce one of the plays describing far-off countries in the manner. The streets looked as if they were made of silver. They were so bright and glistening. Alone, icicles like crystal daggers hung down from the eaves of the houses. Everybody went about in furs, and the little boys wore scarlet caps and skated on the ice. The pieces of description composed by Oscar Wilde very often sound like a verse, though they are not rhymed. Comment upon the piece of information on the example of the passage you reproduced in the previous assignment. Long icicles, like crystal daggers, hung down from the eaves of the houses. Everybody went about in furs, and the little boys wore scarlet caps and skated on the ice. Descriptions of far-off countries take much place in the tale. What do you think they are given for? My thoughts are that the places show us to understand the price the swallow paid not to fly there, but to help the city of injustice. Um, what other things are described in the tale? By what means? For what purpose? How do these pieces of description complement to the rhythmical and compositional structure of the tale? Uh, the most important philosophical and social problems are raised in the fairy tale because we can see, as it described, in the actions of the swallow and the prince, the meaning of life, love and sacrifice, kindness and indifference. The main idea is the Christian truth that everyone will receive a retribution for their actions. Supply a comment to the last two passages of the tale. The prince and the swallow, for their sacrifice and kindness they had done to people of the town, back all good at the same cost, because nothing is not forgotten.